before the beavers are reconfigured by INEC. He adds that if they are wiped out, it will affect the substance of the case. They equally apply to obtain the certified true copy of all the data.
I am Okocha Happy Marcel, and this is my channel. Earlier on, I told you in my previous video that Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, was in court this afternoon for the case between he himself, the Labour Party, and the Independent National Electoral Commission. The Independent National Electoral Commission has asked court to vary the request of Mr. Peter Obi to inspect the election materials, and they have restricted him from inspecting the election materials. So the court has settled the case, and there are very 4 points you must understand about today's judgment. So I want to explain the judgment of the proceedings today. So the court balanced everything, and a lot of people do not understand the judgment of the appeal court in Abuja today. Some persons were saying that court refused P2B to inspect the election materials. Some people were saying that the court just asked the INEC to go and configure the beavers. So now, number one, the court has granted P2B the full access without restriction of INEC to go and inspect the election materials. The court has granted P2B the full access to go and inspect the election materials and also sensitive materials. In other words, there is nobody stopping P2B to do investigation or to assess the materials. There is nobody, and court did not restrict him not to inspect that. That is a good move. But however, number two, the same court has also asked the INEC to reconfigure the beavers on one condition. Now, the INEC has stated to the court that this is a routine activities that we normally do, that they have to reconfigure it for Saturday's election, but they have to take undertaking. They took an oath, and what was the oath all about? They said that in a good faith that no data will be lost in the beavers, that they are going to transfer the whole data to their memory base before they will reconfigure it. So they promised the court through affidavit that there is nothing that is going to be lost, that the Labour Party candidate, Mr. P2B, will also have the full access to all those materials. So that is the second point of the court judgment that you have to understand. The third point, the court was so fair to balance everything. The court has also granted the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party in the person of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to go and inspect the election materials. So not only him, the fourth point, the same court has also granted the presidential candidate, the person of Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC, to also go and inspect the election materials. So this is the summary of the appeal court today. So what do you think? Do you think that the judiciary was not fair? For me, I think this is the best judgment that they have delivered. They have tried. What the judiciary has done is a good thing. Do not let anybody to deceive you. There is no way the judge could have just asked P2B to go and inspect the election materials without understanding the reason why the INEC say they want to reconfigure those beavers. So the INEC, in good faith, have undertaken, they sworn an oath. So what that means is that if there is any data that is not available in the beavers, for example, maybe if they go and inspect, they see that this polling unit is not there, this polling unit is not there, and whereas in the collection center, in the result declaration, they have called those units, that would be a big problem for INEC. And INEC wouldn't like to put themselves in such a problem that could lead to the chairman and other executives to jail. However, we have beginning to have good faith in the judiciary, because this judgment was understood. Let me know what you think about this judgment. Let me know what you think about the access they have granted Mr. P2B to access the election materials. Also, let me know what you think about the same access they have granted to Mr. Tinubu and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So I understand the part of the People's Democratic Party. Yes, they are also saying that they were robbed because they know. But in the person of Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he was afraid, in my own opinion, because he asked the same court that these people want to nullify my election through the evidence I want to extract from the beavers. You give me access to go and assess the same beavers so that I will have enough information to defend myself. So on that ground, the court has to grant him that favor to also have access to those election materials. So the court started late, around 4:30 to 5 in the evening. The court started and it took some hours before they finished the case. So today is a wonderful day, and I believe Mr. P2B will not be sad. He will be happy, undermining that he has abandoned the campaign that he was supposed to do today. He was supposed to go for campaign to close up campaigns for the gubernatorial elections. He was supposed to be in Lagos, in Delta, Edo, Sokoto. What a strong man he is. In a day, he can go to so many places. We hope for a better future. We hope for a better Nigeria. My name is Okocha Happy Marcel. I see you in my next video. Shall not.